High in Christ, blessed, happy Sabbath to everybody tuning in across the globe. All praises to the Most High in Christ. We made it back to another Sabbath. Give me some lower volume right there. We made it back to another Sabbath, y'all. All praises to the Most High. Boy, I tell you one thing. A lot of folks had a bunch of wake-up calls. You seen what happened. The Most High shut down New Year's, this man's New Year's, all across the globe. Only thing they could do is pop fireworks. All praises to the Most High in Christ. If you folks don't understand that there's a higher power, if you blamed that on the coronavirus, if you blamed it on COVID-19, if you blamed it on the governments, if you blamed it on anything outside of the Most High, you are in error, because the Most High is in control of all things, and he's the one that shut this man. All of his holidays was shut down completely. The Most High can use one element and shut every single thing down. And you folks still have not learned, all right, to reverence the highest power for every single thing. This is why we're in the situations that we're in right now. You folks are really living in biblical times. Just because you saw this man put up that you are in 2021 means absolutely nothing, all right, because we know that the true year begins in the spring when you read in Exodus 12, all right? But a lot of you don't know. And when a lot of you that don't know, you so-called blacks and Hispanics, this is the reason why you don't know. You are descendants of the greatest people upon the face of the earth, but you were disobedient. Our forefathers was disobedient and did not want to follow the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments. And as a result of that, we are living in captivity. We're living in oppression. We are the people consistently crying. We got some clips for y'all tonight. Consistently crying for some type of, love, change, all kind of things we are crying for, but you have not wanted to change your life. You want to stay in the midst of the wickedness. And let's say this, newsflash, you don't realize something, but the Most High is going to turn it up even more. You don't even understand what's coming to the earth. Tonight's topic, the path of darkness. Write that down, the path of darkness. All right? You make sure, you have to ask yourself the question, are we done? Because people was hugging, on TV, singing songs, saying, oh, we glad we made it out of 2020. Meanwhile, every single thing is still happening. This man, while you was drunk and everything else, this man was in Congress in session today, plotting, scheming on all kind of stuff. You begging for your money back. Crumbs, please give us a $2,000 stimulus. Some of y'all got the little $600 stimulus. You can't wait to go out and buy Jordans, video games. Yeah. Go get a TV from Walmart. Listen, all right? Gravity has to hit us. There's only one way out of this. There's only one way out, and that's for you so-called black and Hispanic natives, man, to return back to the Most High 100%. Your forefathers understood great oppression. They understood they had enemies, but today you don't understand that. And here's the reason why. I'm going to tell you the reason why. When you look at society, the older people, they're phasing out. If another 50 years, they're gone. The younger ones that are coming up underneath them have a more balanced sense of mind, and that's where it's scary. Because it's going to be an illusion to all you young ones out there. It's an illusion. Oh, everyone's equal. Everybody's playing on the same playing field, and they're flooding it in. Put a lot of black people into the politics. Put a lot of women into the politics. Meanwhile, the black man, you still getting killed. It's an illusion, man. And then you got people wanting to, live a hunky-dory life because you seen it on TV. Yeah, you're going to dress up, put your little tux on and all kind of stuff, and go out there and pretend that you don't have enemies. You could be the person next that they roll up on because you getting out of your car in your garage, and your neighbor called and said, look like there's something going on over there. You could be the next person.
And you clearly have your cell phone in your hand, showing the cell phone, and they unload on you. Or you can have a sandwich, you're shot in the back of your house, but yet they want to put you in line and say, we want to give you a vaccine to help you save your life. But meanwhile, you're getting hit with bullets.
And you know what? It's sad. It's the saddest. You listen to us for a second. We're just ranting off, but it's the truth. It's sad that we're powerless, in a sense, to reclaim the nation. And the only reason why we're powerless is not because of his military. It's not because of the police. We're powerless because you love the ideology of this place. 100%. You love what America stands for. Well, you're part of the problem. You are part of the problem. All right. Let's open up with the book of Isaiah chapter 60. Isaiah chapter 60, verse 1.
All right, everybody. Shalom, Most High Christ bless. Happy Sabbath to all. The book of Isaiah, chapter 60 and verse 1.
Come on.
Arise.
Do what?
Arise.
Put in the comment boards. How do you arise? Does it mean just wake up out of you sleeping on the bed and arise? Like the mummy? Arise. Come on.
Shine.
Do what?
Shine.
Shine. How do you shine? Is it you shining because you got Versace on? Are you shining because you got a hero starter packet? You got you bought a brand new car, you shining? Arise, shine. You should already understand, if you are shining, you are letting these laws shine how you live and run your life. Period. You run your life according to a higher principle. You have integrity, a higher standard of life that is not embarrassing to the nation. It's not embarrassing. It's actually uplifting, inspiring. It lends itself to exhortation on the highest level. Arise, shine. Come on.
For thy light.
For the what?
For thy light.
For thy light. Put in the comment boards, what's the precept for light? For thy light. Come on.
Is come.
Is what?
Is come.
For thy light is come. So I guarantee you, folks are going to put in light laws. But that means Christ would have had to do away with himself because he's a light too. I mean, how you going to get around that? We see all these silly apologetics putting up stuff. They put up stuff about a reef. You seen that?
Oh, man. That was so, it's like the madness that these people put up.
Fighting for paganism.
They're fighting for the oppressor to keep you in bondage. I've never seen it. How in the world, when we know that the Romans put a wreath on Christ's head, he put an actual wreath. That wasn't a crown. They was mocking him. So at the end of the day, you telling somebody to put a wreath.
Complete madness.
It's crazy.
But if you're going to shine, you have gravity. You understand things. You understand that you cannot mingle Christ with paganism. You just can't do that. But the reason why we're bringing this up to y'all, because a lot of our people do that in the regular life. You might be the person who don't see nothing wrong with selling drugs to your people, but you're destroying them. But yet you might be having a cross on your neck, tattoos of scriptures. You know, I know a lot of people I know a good bit of people who have so-called Jesus hands tattooed on them, but are the most deadliest people on the planet.
They will kill you as soon as they look at you. But yet they got a big old Jesus piece with some diamonds, with teardrops there. Yeah, they holies of holies when they go to Big Mama's church, giving a big knot and put it in the doggone plate.
It's a common thing for our people. We don't never think about it. That's why you have to realize, listen, folks, everybody comes out of any walk of life. Your life starts when you hit the knowledge. That's when, before that, you in the congregation of the dead. So when you get knowledge, then you start to realize, damn, I was crazy. But then all of a sudden you have some knowledge and you understand at one point I was a part of the problem. Now I'm trying to be a part of the solution. This is where a lot of you folks got to come to the recollection of Christ, the realization, the reality of Christ. Not being a parakeet. We was just talking about it. Not being a person who just think that you can read a scripture and automatically this is what it is. You better make sure you have supreme gravity, because what we're in is the most highest level of a spiritual fight you can be in. This is not us just walking around quoting scriptures. We're living in the situation where we see all of these ideologies are destroying our people. If you have the ideology that is nothing wrong with Christmas or New Year's, and then you see that on those days our people celebrate and God kills them, you don't compute. When you see that, wait a minute, most of our murders occur on Friday nights, Friday and Saturdays. Most of our murders occur then you understand the Sabbath is very important. Let's not play games. You could be next, right? That should have been the topic. Let's read it again.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 60 and verse 1. Arise, shine.
Arise, shine. Come on.
For thy light.
For thy light. Come on.
Is come.
Is come. Come on.
And the glory.
Come on.
Of the Lord.
Come on.
Is risen upon thee.
So now that glory translates to the fact that you have an understanding of how to get the kingdom. All right. That all pertained to the Israelites. Remember when you read in Romans 9 and 4? The glory pertains to the Israelites. The promises, the giving of the law, the covenants, service. So if that belongs to the Israelites, that means you need to figure out at some point, am I an Israelite? And when you go to the curses of this book, you start seeing that, wait a minute, there is not one that does not fit us. Every single curse that happened to our people is in this book. And we fit not 99.9, 100%. We can lay claim to that. That's gravity. But you will have people on these unconscious channels and people, I mean, it just, you gotta realize the level of spiritual battle, man, that you in. Everybody's reading out of this book with different understandings. Even in Israel, everybody's living their life based upon some type of higher esoterical meaning or whatever you want to call it. But we're still in the same situation. That goes for all of us. So if you're a general, if you're a true soldier, if you're a true person that understands that, you start to make adjustments on how you fight this battle. You don't fight this battle with a weak spirit. You fight the battle with full resolution. Okay, we're the Israelites. We got to keep commandments as Christ delivered them. I need to do the works. I need to be in order. I have to be right here lined up with the scripts 100%, not 99.9, because all the curses fit us. Therefore, now as a result of that, you have become a new creature, fully changed, and able to be equipped with the necessary tools to be in this dark place. Read the next verse.
Isaiah chapter 60 and verse 2.
Come on.
For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth.
So the darkness shall cover the earth. Darkness cover the earth. Don't. Today was the sun out? Was it daylight? It was daylight. So what type of darkness is this talking about covering what earth? They don't know what we talking about. Yeah.
All right.
Read it again.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 60 and verse 2.
Come on.
For behold, the darkness
Come on.
shall cover the earth.
Come on.
And gross darkness the
Gross
people.
darkness the people. So who is the earth? Yes. You at the bottom. Yeah. Come on.
But the Lord.
But what?
But the Lord.
But the Lord, read.
Shall arise.
Come on.
Upon thee.
Come on.
And his glory shall be seen upon thee.
Come on.
And the Gentiles.
And what?
And the Gentiles.
And the Gentiles. Come on.
Shall come to thy light.
Come on.
And kings to the brightness of thy rising.
So this shows you the level of work that we have to do, because a lot of people think Gentiles just mean other nations. The Israelites, the people that are in gross darkness, the people that's supposed to come back to the light or have the Lord light shining upon them, have a job to do, to go out to all the other Israelites, you people out there who believe you're Gentiles, but you're really the children of Israel, to be illuminated by seeing other people who the Lord shined upon and gave illumination. Isn't that wonderful? You get a chance to play a part in this. Jeremiah 13, verse 1.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 13 and verse 1.
Come on.
Thus saith the Lord unto me.
Come on.
Go and get thee a linen girdle.
Go get a linen girdle. I'm going to see who's thinking out here. Go get a linen girdle. Come on.
And put it upon thy loins.
And put it upon thy loins. Gird up your loins like a man. All right, come on.
And put it not in water.
Don't put it in water. So you got the linen girdle. Put it around your loins. Don't put it in water. Come on.
Verse 2. So I got a girdle according to the word of the Lord and put it on my loins.
Come on.
And the word of the Lord came unto me the second time.
Come on.
Saying, take the girdle that thou hast got, which is upon thy loins, and arise and go to Euphrates
Uh-oh.
and hide it there in a hole of the rock.
And so take and hide it in the Euphrates and put it in a hole in a rock. Come on.
Verse 5. So I went and hid it by Euphrates.
Come on.
As the Lord commanded me.
Come on.
And it came to pass after many days that the Lord said unto me, arise, go to Euphrates, and take the girdle from thence.
And take the girdle from thence. So hold that thought. Give me the book of Deuteronomy chapter 11 and verse 24. We going up just a little higher principle. Just to show y'all something. Sometimes we like to keep it real basic because you got a lot of parakeets. You need to learn milk first, basics of the basics, and then allow the Lord to elevate you in your understandings. Okay? There's something that's showed to us in this verse. Let's go. 11:24.
Deuteronomy chapter 11 and verse 24. Every place whereon the soles of your feet shall tread shall be yours.
Come on.
From the wilderness and Lebanon, from the river Euphrates, even into the uttermost sea shall your coast be.
Shall your coast be. What the Lord is showing the Israelites, you have to return back. You will have global dominion upon the face of the earth. Come on.
Yep. Verse 25. There shall no man,
Come on.
there shall no man
Come on.
be able to stand before you.
There shall no man be able to stand before you. Put it in the comment boards. Can men stand before us today? Well, you should. If we see somebody put no, then you have a problem. Because I would ask you, stop them from killing us.
That's right.
Please, sir, can you tell us how we going to get our own money? Because we steady struggling and scrambling behind this man's dollar.
Mm-hmm.
Then when you can't answer it, we're going to block you.
Exactly.
Because you're crazy. Not in reality.
Mm-hmm.
All right? But this promise is for the Israelites.
All praises.
No man will be able to stand before you. This thus saith the Lord. And you don't realize something. Just as surely as the curses happen to us, as surely as this is going to happen.
Exactly.
Come on.
For the Lord,
Come on.
your God,
Come on.
shall lay the fear of you and the dread of you
Come on.
upon all the land that ye shall tread upon, as he have said unto you.
You understand that? Let's go back. I'm not gonna read all of it. Let's go back to Jeremiah. You don't realize what's happening. You have not realized yet. All right. So the similitude of the Euphrates also goes into in these last days. We're gonna show y'all some clips of some things. Should open your mind up. Let's read it again.
Jeremiah chapter 13 and verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
So I went and hid it by Euphrates as the Lord commanded me.
Come on.
And it came to pass after many days that the Lord said unto me, Arise, go to Euphrates and take the girdle from thence, which I commanded thee to hide there.
Now that linen girdle, as you start to go back into the law, represented the priesthood, represent royalty, represent someone that's keeping commandments of the Most High. That linen girdle got told to go to the rock, put inside the rock. We know the rock is. If you're ignorant, the rock is Christ. But watch this, though. Read on.
Verse 7. Then I went to Euphrates and digged and took the girdle from the place where I had hid
Watch
it.
this. Come on.
And behold, the girdle was marred.
Oh, come on.
It was profitable for nothing.
Nothing. How is that possible? That means you have a lot of people faking.
Yep.
You got a lot of people faking like they believe in Christ, man, and they do not. You have a lot of people that's reading out of this same book and it's blowing right over their heads. It's scary. Scary. You folks better really realize something. Let me get this clip real quick. Give me, just to show you something about the Euphrates. Everybody worried about other things. Give me, I want 2 clips. I got 2 clips that I'm looking for. It's about to happen to this place. Wow. Give me, I want the, hang on. I'm send it right to you. I don't know if you have it. It's about them going, it's about the Arab man. Show you what he's doing. Yes, give me that. Yes. All right. Give me that clip. Watch this, y'all. I ain't gonna play the whole thing.
That is the sound of history, the sound of hope itself, with the UAE's mission
Pause.
to Mars.
Pause. Go back. Back me up 3 seconds. Just 3 seconds. Okay. You some of y'all got to become the golden child. You're going to have to explain to me how come the so-called Arab man is launching a project that's supposed to go to Mars in Japan. Folks, not spiritual at all. How come the Arab world is launching interplanetary missions, and they're launching this from Japan? Play it. Just play it. Go ahead. I'm just
With the
throwing it out there.
UAE's mission to Mars. Even though it's made of metal and silicon, the probe was impacted by COVID-2 as the crisis got a lot worse back in April. Teams rushed to get that spacecraft in place. The probe made its
Pause.
trip to Japan.
Why they name it Hope? Heads to Mars. Hope probe arrived in Japan early due to COVID-19. Then they're saying it's headed to Mars. What is the Arab man has been oppressed from nuclear power, from all kind of things, but he's using Japan to launch probes into Mars. Y'all believe that? you don't realize what's going on. See, satellites is being launched. Satellites interconnect people. That's how you deal with your cell phones and everything else, right? Okay, let's talk about that for a minute. So, what you don't realize inherently is that when you read in this book, we ain't going into it right now, but the Arab man has 12 princes. Once those 12 princes interlock and unite, the Bible says that it's going to be made way for the. Let's just get it. Well, give me first. Play that a little bit. I want to get to one part, and then we go in the book of Revelation.
To the launch site that itself took days, several months earlier than originally planned. Special flights and visas had to be arranged for the engineers. They also had to allow enough time, of course, to quarantine before Hope's arrival from the Emirates. But that's all done and dusted now, with the Hope probe well on its way. And this isn't just the journey of a probe. It's the journey of a nation, and in many ways, the journey of this region.
Shut them down, man. Shut them down, man. The journey of a region. No sound, no sound. Can y'all hear it now?
Is it good now?
All right.
We good now?
Read it again.
The Revelation, chapter 16 and verse 12.
We are live. You know, Satan, he don't want this word to go for it.
No, sir.
Come on.
And the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates.
Come on.
And the water thereof was dried up,
Come on.
that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared.
So you can do your own research. The Most High is physically actually drying the Euphrates up. But here's the point. It's not the sense of just saying, oh, the Euphrates is drying up. It's preparing the way for the 12 princes. They're already doing it. You don't realize what also that symbolizes. Their oil is drying up. The earth has been using that region for their oil and their substance for a long time. That's drying up. All right. But the point is they have to find other means. And what that does is form government, form allegiance, alliance. Give me the 12 princes. So that's for another class, the 12 princes. But the point is you have to realize, what are we doing as a people versus what they're doing? These people are building, man. We sitting back dancing, playing video games. At some point, these words of the book, folks, we're trying it as much as we can in different projects and doing things, but we have to come together as a nation of people for our benefit. Stop worrying about everybody else. These folks are doing things for their benefits. We need to come together for our benefits. That means pulling whatever resource it is. We are talking about the American dollar, but some of you folks, you overseas, you got other different things. CF francs, European, the euro.
Euros.
You got different money. Bitcoin is coming out. How come we're not at the forefront of saying, you know what? We're going to have our own coin as a nation of people. We accept this. Guess what's going to happen? The whole entire earth will change up and start using what we're using. Why? Because we're the commodity. We don't own anything. So we're talking danger zone right now. We're talking dangerous. Mm-hmm. Because when you start talking like that, you messing with our money. Think the Lord going to care about this man's dollar if it crashes? We have to come together as a nation of people, put together our own situation from the Bible, our government. This is a holy government. Put together our situations and handle it as a nation of people. If we do that, you're going to command respect 100%. The Bible calls that making ourselves ready. We start working together. We start coming together underneath the right doctrines, underneath everything. Come right back to this. What can line doctrine up real quick is judgments. I don't care who you are. Judgments will line doctrines up quickly. All right. So imagine that.
Nah, I'm just going to say, man, that's why I always ask these brothers who's supposed to be in this so-called conscious community, if you supposed to have your land, how you going to govern it? How would you have your own money? How would you have your own language? How would you have all that stuff? All the stuff the Bible promises us that we're going to be restored in, how would you do it with your doctrine? We always tell people that, you always talk all this nonsense, but we have a plan through Christ.
Right. Let's go back to Jeremiah 13. Read 15 and 16.
Jeremiah chapter 13, verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
Hear ye and give ear.
And give ear. Understand. Come on.
Be not proud.
This is what the nation have to leave off. Complete pride. You think you know something when you don't know anything. You think you're something when the nation, as a whole nation, we're at the bottom of the entire globe. We don't possess any possession with this earth right now, because everybody else can go and lay claim to their land, to their region, to their heritage, to their language. We can't. You can't even say somebody, oh, well, what about the Haitians? Well, they speak Creole, broken French. It's not their language. What about the Mexicans? Well, they're speaking broken off Spanish. That's why you have Spanish going throughout everywhere that's different. A person that's in Puerto Rico, his Spanish is different from a person in Mexico. Ask us how we know, because we sat there for a whole 2 hours having a conversation with everybody going in the government building.
Yeah. He personally told us there's a totally different lingo within Spanish. So every
Right.
Spanish ain't the same. And he also said that the Spaniards look down upon the people who speak the broken Spanish.
Yes.
It's the same thing with you Negroes speaking Ebonics.
Mm-hmm.
We speak broken English.
Right.
Same thing.
Let's read on.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 13, verse 15. Hear ye and give ear.
Uh-huh.
Be not proud, for the Lord hath spoken.
Come on.
Give glory to the Lord your God.
Your God, come on.
Because he caused darkness.
He did what?
Caused darkness.
Because he caused darkness. You're not giving glory to the Lord. You're giving glory to the COVID-19.
Right.
When the Most High is in control of all things. You see how many people the Lord took out? You think he finished? Come on.
And before your feet stumble
Before your feet stumble, come on.
upon the dark mountain.
Dark mountains, this governmental system. The mountains is a similitude for the governments. So understand, before the dark mountains. How did we get, the mountains is similitude. When you read Daniel, Daniel gives up the mystery.
Yep.
Come on.
And while ye look for light,
And while ye look for light, come on.
he turned it unto the shadow of death.
So this is what we've been doing. We get killed, people march. You trying to look for light, but you looking in the wrong places because you're looking to this government, which is dark. Come on.
And make it gross darkness.
There it is again. Gross darkness. It's covering the people. Proverbs 5. This is how you know gross darkness. Watch this. I'm going to show y'all something real quick. We're going to go to Proverbs 5 and 1. Let me give y'all something. We need to start to put things together, folks. We have to make sure that we are building something. We have to build something. Okay? Let's not play games with this. We have to get together, start having meetings, because that's where it starts. You know, we have to debate our cause. Sit down and go, hey, what do we need to do? We're gonna convert over to a different type of currency. What we doing as a nation of people? It's simple. It's that easy. But what happens is, because of gross darkness, and we keep looking to the people who don't have our best interests, they scatter you into different ideologies. You got some of our people look just like me and you. They're on the side of being coons. You have people who look like me and you. They're on the side of, we don't care, man. It's about getting money. I'm getting money. I don't care. You got some people everybody start to care when the Elroys pull behind somebody in your family get killed.
Yep.
Now you want to have the audacity to want to stand up and care. Thou hypocrite. You don't want to do it when you want to be there convenient for yourself. Instead of saying, let's take preventative measures. Your son is my son. Your daughter is my daughter. We taking care of each other.
And when something happens, we're going to go hard and make sure whoever did what they did to us is going to pay for it. And go hard and not be a type of people that rise up for a second and then go right back to sleep.
But because we are in a state where our Israelites are in a lot of mixed marriages, they're in a lot of ideologies. They have a lot of heartfelt ideologies. Oh, I have a friend, and he's a good Korean guy. I have a friend, he's a good Arab man. He does this and that. You lose track and you lose sight of building for your nation because you try to build for everybody. That doesn't work because the world is not building for everybody. The world is building for themselves. China is not building for everyone. The Arab man is not building for everyone. You heard the news. this was great for this region. It didn't say this was great for, you black and Hispanic people. This was great for you.
Or great,
Simpletons.
or great for humanity.
Yeah, nobody. I mean, they ain't saying for you, because you subpar human anyway on the books.
All day.
Let's read it again.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 5 and verse 1.
Come on.
My son,
Come on.
attend unto my wisdom.
That's why we kill, because somebody put in the comments, we kill each other. That's why we kill, because we're not attending to wisdom. We handle situations wrong. We handle situations like children. We get tirades, mad, angry, emotional. And then only thing because of ignorance, the way you lunch out is through violence, because you're ignorant. You don't understand how to handle things according to thus saith the Lord and trust that it'll work out in your behalf. But then what you do is you handle it in ignorance. Do you realize the damage we can do if we handle it thus saith the Lord? Everything gonna pan out perfect. But because you like to be the real nigga, yeah, you are. You are. That's what you are. I mean, you have the right to be that. But of course, you also have the right to die also. So keep it real. Read on.
Proverbs chapter 5 and verse 1. My son, attend unto my wisdom and bow thine ear to my understanding.
To not our own understanding, to the Lord's understanding. That's not happening. If we came together underneath the Lord's understanding, the world got to respect us. I don't care what governmental system you got up. If we said, listen, we living by this. You can't deal with us. We deal by this. You know what's going to happen? They're going to have to change everything up. It's going to bring about the apocalypse, folks. The Lord has to come because they will surely be wroth with us and want to destroy us. The Lord allowed the similitude for the folks to see it in history. Black Wall Street wasn't even dealing in our monies, but was dealing as a unit. It didn't matter what pandemic hit. This man got a restaurant, we using him. He good. This man's a shoe shine guy. We using him. He good. He can feed his family. We gonna barter system. Hey, you might not have it today, but guess what? You the fence guy. Well, here, man, take this whole turkey, man. Can you next week, can you come and do this part right here? Take that. Boom. You feeding family. That's too much. That's too right for our people to understand. And they destroy us behind it and then throw everybody on TV to tell you that we're in a hate group because we're looking out for the benefit of our people. Give me a break. We're going to stay in the Lord's understanding because that's the only right way, because it's proven that every other way that we have tried is failed. Marriages failed because you have the ideology of this place. The way that you set up businesses fail because you have the ideology of this place, because this place is grinding our people to powder, man. We're not getting it through our minds and getting it through our skulls that the Most High is in control of all things. If we would just make peace with the Most High, we're out of here. We don't have to deal with this. But because y'all live in a fairy tale, you live in a fantasy world, you refuse to unite underneath righteous principles, which will alleviate all the pressures that they try to put on us. There ain't nobody crying in the streets because they killed a little child, man. And the little child is smart enough to understand, listen, I better shut my mouth up because they hate me. Read.
Verse 2. That thou mayest regard discretion.
Come on.
And that thy lips may keep knowledge.
And that your lips keep knowledge. What type of knowledge? To understand how to operate by the words of the Most High. Come on.
Verse 3. For the lips of a strange woman
Come on.
drop as an honeycomb.
The strange woman is this. This place is the strange woman. This ain't your homeland. This ain't the motherland. Africa ain't the motherland. This is why you in disarray right now. Come on.
And her mouth is smoother than oil.
Her mouth is smoother than oil. Make all these promises. It look like it's good. It sounds good. So you realize the Bible say never trust thine enemy. Come on.
But her end is bitter as
on.
wormwood.
As wormwood. Highlight that. That's for another topic. Highlight wormwood. Okay. Come on.
Sharp as a two-edged sword.
Sharp and a two-edged sword. It's so, the Lord said that if it was possible, the very elect would be deceived, man. You realize this man is using biblical principles with unrighteous principles, mixing it in, and because you don't know the Bible, the lines are blurred, and you think they're doing something righteous, but they're not. Give me the little kid. Show y'all something. It's sad. Now, if you have small children right now, you might want to get them out of the put on your earpiece or however you do it, because we're going to show y'all something. But this, we're going to show you a 12-year-old kid, old clip, but it's very it's going to add validity to what we're talking about. Yeah, it was just, yeah. I mean, pull me up. "12-year-old boy." This is a 12-year-old, y'all. Listen carefully.
Pull it out. Get him. Why you want to talk to me? Come here, what do you... Whoa. Turn around. Turn around, I said.
You're welcome.
What is I'm under arrest for? Hey, you want to help me, or...
Yes.
What is I'm under arrest for? Hey.
Just relax, dude.
Hold on, bud. What is I'm under arrest for?
Just
What is
relax,
I'm under arrest
dude.
for?
Look, if you
What is
resist,
I'm
it's
under
going to
arrest
be a
for?
problem.
What is
Stop
I'm under arrest
resisting,
for?
and you're going to be a problem. Just relax.
What is I'm under arrest for?
No, you're gonna have to do it.
No, I'm good.
Just relax, dude.
What did he do? What's he do? What did I do?
Yeah,
Tell
Trespass,
me that.
panhandling, and he's been having
Tell me
people buy
that.
shit for him over in the
What did I do?
Walgreens.
relax,
just
dude.
tried to
You're
tell you
resisting.
this.
Relax. Relax.
Hold on.
Relax.
But this shit is
Buy
tight.
stuff for him? Why did you gotta get this far?
Here. Relax, dude.
Hey,
You resist, you're going to...
Calm down,
it's
all
gonna
right?
be a
Watch out,
problem.
bro. Hey, no. All right, watch out. Let me go. We're not letting you, bud. Calm down.
He's notorious for being around here, trespassing on properties.
What is your I've been doing nothing. Hey, bud. Hey. You all right?
Either
He was
trespassing
chasing me
on
all over there.
properties to be
Carnival.
back to his parents, something.
No, you've been chasing me, bro. You know that's a goddamn
What's your
lie.
name? What's your name, boss? How old are you, sweetheart? How old are you?
Man, what the fuck? That's what I'm trying to find out.
He doesn't. What do you mean? If you know, call his friends. You can't do that.
Yeah, you can't do this. You
What's
can't.
your name?
Hey,
Hey.
you can't do this.
Hey.
What's
What's your name and your badge number?
Let me go.
What's that?
Let me go.
No,
I got it.
What's your name and your badge?
Yeah.
Okay.
it's
And what's your name and badge number, man?
Bessie.
Whoa! You're
Back
touching
up.
me. You're touching me.
Stop.
You gonna have to.
can't
You gonna
do
have.
it.
Hey,
Yeah. Go get him. You can't do this.
don't
You
look.
gonna
Look
have
at
to.
that.
Hey, stop. Hey, look.
I don't care. Let me go.
You're this to a minor.
Let me
Put you
go.
in the back of the car.
Remember, you
No,
guys
you're
are
not.
doing this to a minor.
I ain't do nothing to you.
Remember that.
Okay.
You guys
I
are
ain't do
doing
nothing
this
to
to a
you.
minor. It doesn't matter. You guys are doing this to a little ass
I don't
kid.
care.
His parents should
Charles,
be here.
21. Can we get one more?
You shouldn't be
Yes.
touching on him like
Listen
that.
to my parents should be here. What is you doing? What the fuck is you doing, bitch?
That's fucking it. You spit on me.
That's it. Yeah, I spit on your bitch. Hey, like that.
Hey, watch out. Watch out. Don't be choking him like that. What are you
Stop.
doing?
We're not
Put
choking
your
him.
hands off his neck, bro. What are you doing?
Stop kicking.
Stop.
Put fucking hands off his neck. You can't be doing that shit.
Get back, sir.
Yo,
Back
don't
up.
touch me. Don't touch me.
Back up.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
I will arrest you for
Don't touch me. For what? For what?
for in my scene,
For
dude.
what? For what? What
Back
can
up.
you arrest me for? For what? What can you arrest me for?
I don't care.
I don't want your bitch ass to get her, bitch. Do something. Fuck. You're not.
Come on, throw him down. Get him on the ground.
Fucking racist ass bitch.
21, start my other unit code, please.
Police retirement, bitch. You ain't got no right to be doing this shit. You ain't got no right. No rights. No rights. Come on now. Come on now.
Simple J.
Come on now. What is you doing?
Spit on me. Okay.
Yeah, I spit on your bitch ass. You know why? Cause
Hey, hey. You need to calm down, dude.
No, I don't get to calm
Calm
shit.
down,
Get the fuck
okay?
off me. Oh yeah, fuck.
Sarge, can you
Yeah,
stand back,
spit in
please?
your bitch ass face. Yeah, spit in your face, bitch. What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
We're gonna go to juvie now, dude.
No, I don't give a fuck. Fuck,
This is a
you got me
12-year-old.
fucked up, bro. I ain't do shit. Bro, let me the fuck up.
No. He's been spitting on me. You have a spit mask, dude?
Yeah, I spit on you.
I know you.
Yeah, I spit on
How
I
old is
spit
this
on your
kid?
punk ass.
kid?
Bro,
How old is he? Yeah, he is just a little terrorizer.
Isaiah.
Look at that. He spit on me like 3 times in the face.
yes,
On me, in the face, so.
in your face, bitch.
That escalated. I did not need to go this way.
Oh, what the
All right, we
fuck?
need to get him in the
I
car.
spit on your bitch ass too.
Mm-hmm.
So he's kicking his feet.
No
Let me
wisdom.
up, bro.
We max for training child.
Huh?
We max for training child.
Just hold on.
Yeah, I know.
Let's just slow it down.
I know. I'm hurting right now.
I can't fucking breathe, bro.
All right. Hey,
I can't breathe.
turn him over.
I can't breathe.
There you go.
All right, let me get up, bro.
No.
You're not getting up yet.
Stay on the fucking floor. Bro, take this bag off my head. Take this bag off my head.
Stop spitting.
Sit up.
Take this bag off my head.
Hey, if I sit you up, are you gonna kick me?
Take this bag off my head.
I cannot. You're spitting at me, bud.
How old is he? About 10 years old. 10 or what?
All right, put your legs straight, please.
Get him off. Deuteronomy 21. Now, we showed y'all this clip because this was a 12-year-old. You could tell that this young man, he has gotten bad influence, number one. Bad influence. He has been not taught that he has enemies. He just doesn't understand. At 12 years old, look at how they're treating him. At 12 years old. So reality has to set in at some point that, listen, if you don't understand something, it don't matter. This man will not regard the old or the young. So he's unlearned. He cursing them out. You could tell that he's he's a modeled citizen. He's going to grow up to be great. It's sad. I don't care, in a sense, when you look at how they treated this kid, they treated him that way because of a lot of our youth, a lot of our men, a lot of our women act uncivilized, even when you are in situations. This comes from training. This comes from a lack of training. This comes from lack of judgment. We're going to show y'all Deuteronomy.
Deuteronomy chapter 21 and verse 18. If a man have a stubborn and rebellious son,
Come on.
which will not obey the voice of his father
Come on.
or the voice of his mother,
Where that kid learn to curse and act out like that? Knowing that these people can kill him. All right? Being ignorant. This is where it's time for us to be smart. We can cry. Look at how they treating a 12-year-old. Where they killed Tamir Rice in 2 seconds of pulling up. Why are we not being smart? Because we have forsaken the Most High, period. He's a rebellious son. What must happen? Come on.
And that when they have chastened him, will not hearken unto them. Then shall his father and his mother lay hold on him, and bring him out unto the elders of his city, and into the gate of his place.
Listen, folks, it didn't matter if that kid or an adult or whatever comply. You can actually somewhat try to obey quickly. When the hedge of the Lord is removed from you, you have evil around you. You ain't gonna, you could, there's been plenty of cases where people complied and they still got killed. Why did they die? You have to realize it's because once this peaceful hedge gets removed and you're not abiding by what the Most High says, judgment comes out. This is what it's showing you here. This is not just, oh, he's just a stubborn, rebellious son. He's not abiding by the words of the Most High, which is honor thy father and thy mother. Come on.
Verse 20. And they shall say unto the elders of his city,
come on,
this our son is stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey our voice.
Come on.
He is a glutton and a drunkard. And all the men of his city shall stone him with stones, that he die. So shalt thou put evil away from among you, and all Israel shall hear and fear.
Fear. Now let's go to the woman, because see what happens in our community. The young men, the young teenagers or whatever you call it, they start their hormones is working. And you know the little girls' hormones are already over the top anyway for the stuff they eating and everything. You already developed on a whole nother level. And they get to touching each other, and he feel like I became a man because I done touched a little girl. You feel like you really King Kong, feel like you a man because you done had a woman. Newsflash, that don't make you a man. Don't animals do the same thing? Let's start. If you don't want me to get to talking about it, it's the mechanism of righteousness which makes a person a man. Period. You have 50-year-old children. Now, let's flip over to the woman, because that's the rebellious and unruly, stubborn son. Let's jump right over to Deuteronomy 22. We're going to start at what? We're going to start at 18.
Let's see.
Let's go to Deuteronomy 22. Give me just verse 21. Give me 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, yep. I just looked at it. It's funny. Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 21.
Uh-huh.
Then they shall bring out the damsel to the door of her father's house.
Because this woman has been looked upon as sleeping around. Mm-hmm. That's a sign of rebellion, because you're supposed to do it. Come on.
And the men of her city shall stone her.
That she will get stoned too. Come on.
With stones that she die.
Come on.
Because she had wrought folly in Israel.
And did what?
To play the whore.
Come on.
In her father's house.
Come on.
So shalt thou put evil away from among you.
If it wasn't for Christ, if it wasn't for this, you better be in your mind saying, Lord, thank you for this gift. Be a lot of dead folks. We all will be dead. Everybody just die. Bye. But you have the grace. You have the mercy. But that still now show you that there's sands of time running out. Because these situations with the youth being rebellious, it stems from the top. It stems from the father, the Israelite man. He's supposed to understand righteous principles and then trickle down through his family. And because we don't have the judgment ability, we are not respected. But let this judgment come back to righteousness, as the Bible states. You think somebody's going to disrespect the Israelite man when the God says, put him to death? Ain't no way. Consider yourselves living on borrowed time right now, because judgment will return to righteousness.
That's why y'all hate the Old Testament. Because this supposed to be evil God right here. Because he's like, look, you rebellious, you die.
Matter of fact, go to 1 Samuel 15:22. This is dawning in my mind too. 15:22. 1 Samuel 15:22.
1 Samuel chapter 15 and verse 22. And Samuel said, hath the Lord as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as in obeying the voice of the Lord? Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice.
If Israelites understood that, you understand Christ now.
That's right.
And then you would raise up righteous seed and be obedient until thus saith the Lord God. And then go to Deuteronomy 4. Deuteronomy 4 and 10. Y'all should know this. All right? There's no mystery. It's no magic secret on how to get together and how to fix this. You can easily fix all this. Deuteronomy 4 and verse 10.
Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 10.
Especially the day that thou stoodest before the Lord thy God in Horeb, when the Lord said unto me, gather me the people together, and I will make them hear my words.
I will make them hear my words. Come on.
That they may learn.
That they may learn. You are being made to hear the Most High's words now. You have no other outlet. You have no choice. Where you going to turn to? Everything is not working. Read.
To fear me all the days that they shall live upon the earth.
Come on.
That they may teach
their
children.
That they may teach their children. This was a warning for us. Had we took heed to this, we wouldn't be in this situation. Because those same children would have took heed and had the fear of the Lord and been raised up in the admonition of the Lord, nurtured, understanding, hey, wait, we have higher principles. It's not about twerking and dance moves and drinking and partying and all that other stuff that everybody just loves to do to try to detach from reality. All that stuff have a place and a time. All right? You the lady who think that you got a big behind, you love twerk, twerk for your husband. That's right. Go behind your closed doors, twerk all day till you get tired. Twerk on your husband. But when you outside of that realm, what are you doing? And it's mind-boggling because nobody looking at the honorableness of how you're supposed to be in a nation of people. You're supposed to have women who know how to, okay, listen, you're going to nurture this child or whatnot. You're going to breastfeed your child. Go ahead. Put cream on it. It's going to be, kids suck hard. Do things. Giving the young ones advice, but that's not happening. So oftentimes, the roles are switched. You got some 17, 18-year-olds thinking that they're giving 35-year-old women advice. Just come on, man. Y'all don't really want us to speak. Y'all don't want us to talk. We're realists. It's reality. It's our nation. We are part of this. This is our nation. So we will exhort. We will rebuke, meaning correct, everything. Time to get right. Time to get right. And in order to get right, you need to understand this is not a fairy tale. We are suffering from all type of things because we don't have righteous teachers, righteous examples. Every one of our examples that they put up is all wrong. They mostly put the woman up. Put her up there. Smile. Oh, she's a doctor. Put her up there and let her take the shot in front of people. Let her look successful. Meanwhile, she got a blonde wig on. Let's read it again.
Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 10. Especially the day that thou stoodest before the Lord thy God in Horeb, when the Lord said unto me, gather me the people together, and I will make them hear my words, that they may learn to fear me all the days that they shall live upon the earth, and that they may teach their children.
But as you can see, children is unruly, parents is unruly. How long are we going to continue this? Isaiah 42 and verse 21. So we're going over scriptures for you folks that might be new. Make sure y'all folks hit the follow buttons. Do that because you can get the notice, especially when we changing up. Some things is changing up. We're working on, the website. We're working on the academy portion of it. Some things is coming where we can start to have discussions. I ain't talking about, let's read 10 scriptures. Okay, now what? No, let's read the scriptures and discuss the next moves. What we want to do. We want to start a fund. We want to do this. We want to build something. We want to make sure we have a resource center because I don't want my people standing in long lines for food. Let's come together. We're going to be able to do some things to those who want to hear. We ain't talking about the disobedient. We ain't talking about somebody who want to live ungodly. We talking about somebody who, I just found out that we're the holy people. You might be struggling because you was in the world doing things. Now, it's our responsibility to say, okay, we got some resources. We can help you. Do you realize the level of change that can, and how great that would feel for you to do that? It starts with us. I don't care if you help one person. You did it. That's the key. And you form a model, and that can be contagious, and it can spread everywhere. We're seeing how the word can spread. Just our little time, 15, 16 years ago, how many people, when you walk by, when you said you was the Israelite, how they look? Like, what's that?
Right. They looking at you like, what's the Israelite?
Let alone brothers who've been doing this 30 plus years, 40 years. People walking right past don't even understand the Bible at all. But the Most High utilized them to have that light on those people to wake everybody up, man. You realize how precious they are. That's why you don't down an Israelite, man. You might be in madness. The Lord is going to judge your behind.
Right.
But you're not going to catch me going and say, you know what, man, I hate that dude.
We're not going to revile the gods.
Nah. Some evil people out there don't know how to build in righteousness. Isaiah 42 and verse 21.
Deuteronomy chapter 4.
Isaiah.
I'm sorry. Isaiah.
I know exactly where you want to go.
Isaiah chapter 42 and verse 21. And the Lord is well pleased for his righteousness.
The Lord is well pleased for his righteousness, which is the commandments that he set forth. Come on.
For his righteousness' sake.
Come on.
He will magnify the law.
He will magnify. What you think is happening right now is gross darkness. There's a pathway to darkness on the earth, but the Lord will magnify the law. Come on.
And make it honorable.
And make it honorable. And make it honorable. Do you realize that's what's happening? To understand the Most High is taking his laws and shining on it to show us, nope, this is not the way. Why did God shut down Christmas if that's Christ's birthday? Why did God shut down Thanksgiving if that's his day that you giving thanks? Yeah, New Year's. It was the real New Year's. I put up a post. I said, soon I saw it online, NBC was, because they was making it, they had stayed close in. And it was making it seem like CNN was doing it. They was making it seem like everybody was partying. Let alone they ridiculed Snoop on there so bad, kept asking him how many places you got high at. Have you got high in church? Snoop, yes. Have you got high in the White House? Yes. Have you got high in Super Bowl? Yeah. Just totally
Disrespecting him.
it's ridiculed. It was unacceptable. And he laughing with shades on. Yes. But that's the people they put in there to show you that you're a coon and clown.
And
But on NBC, flicked over, said they had a live shot. Streets empty. All praises to the Most High. Because a lot of our people would have died on that night. Right then, that they've been drunk, drinking and driving, all kind of stuff. But all around, everywhere, they had curfews out. You know, what you hearing? You didn't hear that many. Oh, holiday fire. Oh, somebody just got killed on the roads for drunk driving New Year's. Then you had what's the ladies called? Mad Mothers Against Drunk Drivers. Remember they started that? Never worked. Every year the drunk driving just increased. Nothing's gonna work. Most High showed you what's gonna work. Stop doing these things. Shut it down. Now we're going to see who take heed. We're going to see who's really paying attention. Because if you're paying attention, you're going, oh, maybe God caused all this. Maybe he didn't want us doing these things. Then that's when you come back and start reading the Bible and you realize, nope, he got all his own days that we supposed to be celebrating and everything. All right? Psalms 119 and verse 117. Oh, you read 16. You can read it.
142 and 16. Okay, the book of Isaiah, chapter 42 and verse 16. And I will bring the blind by a way that they knew not. I will lead them in paths that they have not known. I will make darkness light before them, and crooked things straight. These things will I do unto them, and not forsake them.
Self-explanatory. But the thing is, it's a perfect, and I'm glad we read that because it's perfect. That's why you're looking at the topic, path of darkness.
Right.
But you can understand, wait a minute, we're the ones that's walking that path of darkness. But the light is shining all around us. All we got to do is make sure we operate in the light. The righteousness of Christ and keeping the commandments.
And when you don't have the light, what happens? You keep bumping your head in darkness because you don't have the laws in Christ. So the laws of Christ illuminate you. It's amazing. It's just simplicity. It really is.
I would hope that everyone, as you start to look at this, your minds would really start to understand, hey, we're the cause of this, okay? We can get ourselves out of it. Just like we got ourselves into it by not keeping the commandments. Getting out of it is by keeping them. Okay? Give me the white police officer. I'm going to show y'all another one. Let's see. Give me, the Telegraph. Yep. Show y'all another one. You got to see this. This is the stuff that jars people's minds. Let's go to it. Watch this, y'all. I got to show this. Did? Oh, you got hacked?
Sir, 10-4-30-27.
Hang on, bear with us, y'all. I'm just going to show y'all this real quick. Some may find this.
10-4-30-27.
you doing okay? You mind stepping out of the road? Maybe.
No? What can I do for you? Okay, I'm here to help you. So just tell me what you need. You want a detox? So you want to go to the hospital? Okay.
All right.
Or you want to go to the hospital?
That's in Fairfax.
I understand.
They're going to take you to detox. I don't know, man. Sir. Devontae, right? You want to go to detox?
Yes.
All right, you got to get in the ambulance with them if you want to go to detox. Back to the ambulance, right? No? Is he wanted?
Walked up and hit him.
Anthony, relax. Anthony, relax.
Didi ain't helping him.
Anthony.
Look, he just hit him.
Chill out.
Look at this. Pause. That man is shocking him in the back of his neck, yo. Where his spine, right. He's pressuring it in. He got his knee on his back of his spine, and he got that gun, that electric shock treatment hitting him in the back of his neck, y'all. You want to know what's crazy though? Look at how our people are. He on something because he getting hit. Play it. He was getting hit. Still moving. Still hitting him. Still hitting him. It's on the back of his neck. Get him off, man. Get him off, man.
Now this is crazy. You already handcuffed. You still hitting them with this. But meanwhile, when the white dude that was in Ohio had a gun in his lap and told the cops he's gonna shoot him, they ain't even hit him with a taser. He drove off unscathed. As a matter of fact, the bowling alley incident, what happened? The white dude in there goes and kills 3 elderly people. He goes to jail unscathed. But yet this brother, obviously you know he's on something. These are professionals that's supposed to be trained to deal with something like this. All you do is handcuff the brother and just put him, if you're going to do that. But no, you want to.
And then look at the crux of it.
Yeah.
He's out there. You know this man does not like us.
Exactly.
But you out there out of pocket. You high on something.
Right.
You're just giving yourself to be destroyed. Psalms 119, verse 117. We're just showing y'all this because you supposedly, especially you folks who believe you moved into a new year, watch what happens on how many people. If I was to show you that video on how many police incidents it was last year that was reported but never showed, it would blow your mind. Over 1,400. Let's read it. Psalms 119, verse 117.
The book of Psalms, chapter 119 and verse 117. Hold thou me up, and I shall be safe.
Hold thou me up, and I shall be safe. Come on.
And I will have respect.
Come on.
Unto thy statutes
continually. So you want to be safe, understand the Most High has statutes. This is the way you operate and apply the laws that God given us, the commandments. You apply them by the statutes. All right? When you understand it, you know you don't supposed to be on drugs. You know that you have to conduct yourself sober-minded. Everybody have to tell you that. But look what happens over and over again because of ignorance. We keep running into these situations. Let's go back to Isaiah 26 in verse 9. Back in that book.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 26 and verse 9.
Uh-huh.
With my soul have I desired thee in the night.
In the night. Pay attention. Come on.
Yea, with my spirit within me.
Come on.
Will I seek thee early.
This is how your mind have to realize, because we in the night right now. The scriptures tell us the night is forespent. We got to come out of this dark state of mind into the light. All right? And the only way you can do that is with your spirit within you to seek the Most High. Seek him early, right now. Make haste. Come on.
For when thy judgments are in the earth.
For when thy judgments are in the earth. Come on.
And, the inhabitants.
The inhabitants. Come on.
Of the world.
Come on, we'll do what?
Will learn righteousness.
You see, when the Lord bring back those judgments, everyone on the earth will learn what righteousness really is, because you're going to be, it's a standard that you have to be held to. And if you don't follow that standard, judgments are going to go out. All right. Remember, when you read in Malachi 4:4, he tell you he used Moses on Horeb to bring the statutes and the judgments to Israel. All right. Understand that. Ezekiel 45. Verse 9. I see y'all in the comment boards. All praises to the Most High. Yep.
Ezekiel chapter 45 and verse 9. Thus saith the Lord
Let's
God.
pay attention. Thus saith the Lord God. Come on.
Let it suffice you, O Prince of Israel.
Princes of Israel. Come on.
Remove violence.
What the Bible say?
Remove violence.
Remove violence. Come on.
And spoil.
And spoil. Come on.
And execute judgment.
And execute judgment. This one's going to go out. Come on.
And justice.
And justice. Come on.
Take away your exactions.
Take away your exactions. Come on.
From my people.
Come on.
Saith the Lord God.
So you see, at some point, the righteous government has to be enacted upon the earth. The princes, this is going to be an order. You ain't going to get around it. So if you hate order, that's why we keep pushing order. But if you hate order, if you don't know how to line up and be in order, then you're going to have a problem with a holy government. If you can't fall in line and be in order with your husband, you're going to have a problem with the holy government. You ain't going to get there. If you can't get in line and follow Christ, but you want to do paganist type things, talking about you want to put wreaths on people and, celebrate Christmas and everything else, the Lord ain't stand for that. You don't follow Christ, how you going to follow the holy government? It's impossible. All right? Because Christ was set up for the fall and rising again of many in Israel. In his words, matter of fact, go to John 5. 5:30. This is why we say when the Lord returns, judgments return unto righteousness. Meaning the Most High judgments is still here, stand. Those judgments ain't going nowhere, folks. Watch what he says. John 5:30.
St. John, chapter 5 and verse 30.
Come on.
I can of mine own self do nothing.
What did Christ say?
I can of mine own self do nothing.
He can do nothing. Why? Come on.
As I hear. Come on. I
judge. Come on.
And my judgment is just.
Why? Come on.
Because I seek not mine own will.
Because he don't seek his own will. His judgments is based on thus saith the Lord God. So where you get this notion that Christ wiped out judgments and you don't have to do anything. Come on.
But the will.
Come on.
Of the Father.
Come on.
Which have sent me.
So they're showing you Judgment's going to return to righteousness. The Lord, as I see, this is happening. I'm doing nothing of my own. As I hear, I judge. Judgment's going to start going out. Newsflash, judgments go out even now. At the most, I can judge you at any moment. Hebrews 6. Hebrews 6 and 10.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 6 and verse 10. For God is not unrighteous.
So you brothers and sisters who are striving in this to keep commandments to the best of your ability, striving in the most dark place known to man, the most evil, wicked setup that you could ever be in as a nation of people. You're in gross darkness, but you are letting that beacon of light which you have shine. For God is not unrighteous, read,
to forget,
come on,
your work and labor of love.
your work and your labor of love, meaning how you putting forth the righteousness, how you're telling people, hey, we got to return back to the commandments. The Lord is not unrighteous to forget that. Come on.
Which ye have showed toward his name.
Which you have showed toward his name, meaning toward the principles of what he stands for. Read.
And that ye have ministered to the saints.
And then what you did, minister unto the saints, because we have made ourselves servants for the Most High's sake, man, for Christ's sake. Come on.
And do minister.
And do minister. So don't let anybody tell you that what you're doing is wrong when you're telling your people to return back to righteousness because you see the gross darkness. But you got to continue to be the beacon of light. You have to continue to push against all odds in this place that is dark, man, because it's difficult. You have to push through it. All of us up here, man, we're going through things big time, but we're pushing it to the side to make sure that we can deliver the message, to be a beacon of light, to be that inspiration on some small level to a nation of people who is told that they are nothing. Just really not knowing that you're the greatest people upon the face of the earth, man. And you should be tired of seeing our people being taken advantage of by all the other nations and by a system that is not fair and righteous because it's outside of the words of the Most High. The book of Acts, chapter 5 and verse 29.
The book of Acts, chapter 5 and verse 29. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than men.
Yeah, we don't read that just to be reading it.
Right.
Let that stick in your head. When difficult times come up, we going to follow the Most High rather than following man. We going to push through all this madness and garbage because this is just a small time, all right? This is a small moment, all right, in your whole entire life. Push through the madness, all right? Line yourself up back with the Most High through Christ. Keep these commandments as an Israelite, all right, as a prince of the power, and line back up in righteousness, man, okay? No matter what, despite all odds, you have that ability. All praises to the Most High in Christ. Visit the website, IsraeliteSaintsOfChrist.org. Lord's will, we in the process of updating everything. This website is like 40%. But all praises to the Most High. There's a lot of things going on. You folks, please send your alms. We will be putting together things that you cannot imagine right now, but we can't reveal it because a lot of things is happening. But all praises to the Most High in Christ for allowing us to go over the scriptures a little bit. We're closing out, but that don't mean you have to stop reading the Bible.
That's right.
With that, we say shalom, y'all.